Did you know your soil might be starving right now? Yep, even if your plants are getting sun, water, and love, your soil could be the thing holding them back. And honestly, it's one of the most common reasons plants look sad, weak, or just straight up refuse to grow. Here's the truth. Healthy soil equals healthy plants. Period. Soil is more than just dirt. It's the foundation of everything in your garden. It's like the pantry, the fridge, and the vitamin cabinet all rolled into one. If your soil's packed with nutrients, your plants have everything they need to thrive. But if your soil is dry, compact, or low on organic matter, your plants are basically running on empty. Think of it like this. You wouldn't expect to feel great eating plain crackers every day, right? Same with your plants. If your soil doesn't have enough variety and nutrients, plants struggle to grow, resist pests, or produce fruit. But here's the exciting part. It's super easy to fix. And you don't need to be a scientist, a farmer, or even a plant person to do it. That's what this video is all about, a beginner-friendly guide to natural soil boosters that'll bring your garden to life. These are simple, natural ways to add life back into your soil using stuff you already have around the house or yard. No chemicals, no pricey kits, just real earthy goodness. You'll learn how to make your own compost from food scraps and garden waste, which common kitchen items secretly feed your soil, why worms are the best co-workers you never hired, and how to wake up your soil with living microbes that do the heavy lifting for you. We're keeping it real and easy, so whether you've got a balcony of potted plants or a full backyard garden, this guide is for you. The cool thing is, you'll start seeing changes fast. Richer color, stronger stems, faster growth. It's wild what good soil can do. And here's the best part. You're not just helping your plants, you're helping the planet. Natural soil boosters reduce waste, support pollinators, and create more resilient ecosystems, all from your little patch of green. So if you're tired of guessing why your plants look droopy, or if you're ready to grow veggies, herbs, or flowers that actually thrive, this is your sign. Let's dig into the world of natural soil boosters and make your garden the healthiest it's ever been. Stick around, we're just getting started, and trust me, this is going to be a game changer. Alright, let's kick things off with the OG of all soil boosters, compost. If your soil had a favorite food, it would be compost. No joke. It's the ultimate, all-natural, nutrient-rich snack that makes your garden go from May to magical. So what is compost exactly? It's just broken down organic matter. Basically, it's your food scraps and garden waste transformed into rich, dark, crumbly soil goodness. It's packed with nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, things your plants need to grow big, strong, and healthy. Here's the crazy part. You're probably throwing away perfect compost ingredients every single day. Banana peels, compost, coffee grounds, compost, carrot tops, lettuce leaves, old herbs, eggshells, apple cores, all compost. Even things like shredded newspaper, paper towels, and dry leaves can go in there. Composting is kind of like magic. You take your everyday kitchen and garden waste, let it break down naturally, and boom, you've got black gold for your soil. It's a win-win. Less trash in the bin, more nutrients in your garden. And don't worry, you don't need a big backyard or a fancy compost tumbler to get started. If you're a total beginner, just grab a simple bucket or bin with a lid. Add a few holes for airflow. Start tossing in your food scraps, and layer in dry stuff like paper or dried leaves to keep it balanced. That balance is key. You want a mix of greens, wet stuff like food, and browns, dry stuff like leaves or cardboard. Too much wet stuff? It gets stinky. Too dry? It won't break down. Once a week, give it a little stir or shake to help it decompose faster. It should stay moist. Think wrung-out sponge, not soaking wet. Now here's a quick list of stuff you should add. No meat or fish, no dairy, no oily or greasy food, and no pet waste. Those can attract pests and mess with the process. Keep it plant-based and simple. After a few weeks or months, depending on conditions, you'll have beautiful, earthy compost ready to go. It should smell fresh, not funky. That's how you know it's ready. So, how do you use it? Easy. You can mix compost into potting soil, spread it over garden beds, Or sprinkle it around the base of your plants like a little nutrient boost. Your plants will soak it up and thank you with stronger stems, brighter leaves, and better blooms. Compost also helps with moisture control. It holds water like a sponge so your soil doesn't dry out too fast. Plus it improves texture, especially if you're dealing with hard, compact dirt or super sandy soil. In short, compost is cheap, easy, eco-friendly, and seriously powerful. It's your first step to building better soil, and once you start, you'll wonder why you ever threw those food scraps away. Ready to make your own garden gold? Let's go. Alright, so you've started composting. That's a huge win, but guess what? You've got even more soil boosters hiding in your kitchen right now. And they're probably things you throw out without a second thought. Let's turn trash into treasure. First up, used coffee grounds. These little leftovers are like a secret weapon for your soil. They're rich in nitrogen, which plants need for leafy growth. They also help with soil structure, keeping it loose and airy instead of packed and hard. Just make sure to let the coffee grounds dry before using them. Wet grounds can clump and form a crust on top of your soil, which isn't ideal. Sprinkle the dried grounds around your plants or mix a bit into your compost pile. Bonus, slugs and snails hate them, so they double as a natural pest deterrent. Win-win! Next, eggshells. These crunchy little calcium bombs are perfect for garden use. When crushed and added to the soil, eggshells slowly release calcium, which helps strengthen plant cell walls. That means healthier, stronger stems and fewer problems like blossom end rot, especially in tomatoes and peppers. All you have to do is rinse the shells, let them dry, then crush them up with your hands or a blender. Sprinkle them in your pots or mix them into garden beds. Easy. Now let's talk banana peels. They're more than just slippery hazards. They're potassium and phosphorus powerhouses. Potassium helps with overall plant health and flower production, while phosphorus supports root development and fruiting. Just chop them into small pieces and bury them a few inches into the soil near your plants. They'll break down slowly and feed your plants over time. No need for synthetic fertilizers when you've got bananas doing the work. And here's a surprising one: rice water. The cloudy water left after rinsing your rice is full of starches that feed beneficial soil bacteria. These microbes help break down nutrients in the soil so your plants can actually use them. Instead of dumping rice water down the sink, save it and water your plants with it once a week. It's especially great for leafy greens, houseplants, and even herbs. Think of it as a light probiotic drink for your soil. Other quick boosts? Try soaking orange peels and using that water to deter pests, or bury chopped cucumber peels to add moisture and nutrients back to dry soil. Even cooled, used tea bags can be opened and sprinkled in to boost nitrogen and help retain moisture. These little moves add up. They're easy, they're free, and they're surprisingly effective. Plus, using kitchen scraps keeps waste out of the trash and gives your plants a natural boost. You don't need to buy fancy soil mixes or Miracle-Gro formulas. You've got everything you need right at home. Your kitchen? It's basically a garden supply store in disguise. Let's keep going and see how you can take it even further. Alright, you've made it to the final part, and trust me, this one is a game changer. We're talking worms, weeds, and the tiny army of microbes that make your soil truly come alive. This is where things get exciting, because once you understand that your soil is living, you start to treat it differently. Let's start with the MVPs of the garden world: worms. Worms aren't just wiggly little creatures hiding in the dirt, they're soil superheroes. As they move through the soil, they create little tunnels. Those tunnels help air and water move around better, so roots can breathe and drink. But the real magic? Worm poop. Yep, worm castings are pure gold for your garden. Worm castings are full of nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But more than that, they're packed with beneficial microbes that help plants absorb those nutrients faster. You can buy worm castings at most garden stores, or you can go full DIY and start a small worm bin at home. All you need is a container, some bedding like shredded paper, a few red wigglers, and some food scraps. Add castings to your soil and watch your plants glow. Seriously, the results are wild. Next up, weeds. I know everyone hates weeds, but hear me out. Not all weeds are the enemy. In fact, some are actually helpful. Take clover for example. It pulls nitrogen from the air and stores it in the soil. That means your plants get a free nitrogen boost without you doing anything. Dandelions? They have deep roots that pull up nutrients from lower soil layers, helping the topsoil too. Instead of yanking out every single weed, try this. Cut them at the base and leave the roots in the ground. Or use them as green mulch. Chop them up and lay them on top of the soil. They'll break down and feed your garden. Speaking of mulch, don't leave your soil bare. That's like walking around barefoot on hot pavement. It dries out, loses nutrients, and becomes compacted. Add a layer of organic mulch like straw, dried leaves, grass clippings, or even shredded paper to keep the soil moist and cozy. It also keeps microbes and worms happy underneath. Now let's talk microbes, the unseen heroes. These are tiny bacteria and fungi that break down organic matter into nutrients your plants can actually use. Without them, compost, banana peels, and eggshells would just sit there. You can feed your microbes with things like compost tea, which is compost steeped in water. Or a simple molasses mix, just a teaspoon in a gallon of water and pour it into your soil. Sweet stuff for your tiny soil friends. In the end, it's not just about dumping stuff onto your soil. It's about building a living system. One where worms, weeds, and microbes all play a part in keeping your plants happy and thriving. Take care of your soil, and it will take care of everything else. Let's grow something amazing, together. And that's your beginner's guide to natural soil boosters. You've got compost magic, kitchen heroes, worm power, and a whole world of microbes on your side. Now go out there, get your hands dirty, and give your soil the love it deserves. Don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow plant lovers, and subscribe for more gardening tips with zero fluff and all the good vibes. Soil health is where the magic starts. Let's grow something amazing together. See you in